So I came across this on the Twitter today, which is, as you can see, an English police officer alone, surrounded by diversity, as he is trying to apprehend one of them at a place called the Too Funky Music Cafe in Leicester. Now, I looked this up on the map. It is about here. It's around there. I'm not a resident of Leicester, but as you can see from the map, there are areas of Leicester that are just not English city. It's not an English city. As you can see in Spinney Hill Road here, there's 2.9% people who are English. In various other places, it's pretty low, all in Leicester East. Leicester West, still not great, is it? There's 73% there, but not brilliant. So it's quite a diverse city. It's one of those places that has been colonized. And so this is the kind of clientele that local nightclubs have. Now, we'll watch this without the sound off, because the sound is just some music that you can hear playing in the background. You can hear people shouting, but you can't make out anything that they're saying. And I don't want to get a copyright strike for playing some music, so let's watch. As you can see, I don't know. I mean, it's just a fascinating, fascinating UKism, isn't it? Like, and then this guy suddenly, the crowd is pressing around and something kicks off. It cuts to something kicking off. And so I just thought I've actually created a zoomed in version, well, a slowed down version, that hopefully is a bit zoomed in so we can see a bit more clearly. Because this is just very, very interesting. So he's dragging this young guy around, and I don't know what he's done wrong, but he's armed. Like I said, I've got no context to this whatsoever, right? And I'm just thinking from back when I used to go out on the town, and occasionally the cops would get in a barney with someone. You know, it's not that this never happens or anything. It's just the reaction is very different. So, I mean, this guy's like wearing a shirt. It looks like it looks like he might be employed by one of the local businesses or something, and he's kind of standing there not knowing whether he should be intervening. But how is it this one lone English cop is surrounded by the diversity? And he has, normally there's at least two of them, right? So it's very strange how he's on his own. And something's happening, guys. Something's happening. And therefore, everyone starts crowding in with their phones, which are great, just brilliant. And this guy's face is fascinating to me, because suddenly he's like, oh, right. So I'm completely surrounded by people who are not actually on my side. People who view this as a sideshow, right? And then he starts realizing they're pressing in quite close. What's the plan? I mean, look at that. Look at that expression. Just Jesus Christ. Like that. Those eyes. This guy is starting to think maybe diversity isn't our greatest strength, actually. What are all these people thinking? That's the thing that's going through his mind. What are they thinking? What is their plan? And that's the thing, isn't it? Because when it's people who come from a different culture to yours, you don't know what they're thinking. You don't know how they're interpreting this. And that's one of the reasons that people generally tend to want to prefer. I mean, that's why there's a surprising ethnic homogeneity amongst the people here, right? They're all black, right? Because they know how black people are. And so they're like, yeah, I want to live amongst people who are like me, because that makes my life normal, predictable, the same. And when you're around people who are not like you, well, you don't know what they're thinking, especially if you didn't grow up around them. But I mean, in this case, he doesn't know what the plan is. What are they going to do? Well, if this was a bunch of English people, I'm pretty sure you could guess what they were going to do, which would be nothing. Yeah, I just can't get this absolute. I actually really like this warrior expression. He is ready. Like this. This is the sort of expression one might have expected a colonial governor who is dealing with some issue to have had when he is severely sizing up the situation with the natives and thinking, right, is this going to get really bloody serious? Or are they just excited that something is happening? Like, you read George Orwell's Shooting an Elephant, and you get the feeling it's kind of like this, where he's like the only white man around, and he's the one with the elephant gun. And so 1,000 Burmese like peasants are following him to go and shoot the elephant because something's happening. This is exciting. And this is very similar. Something's happening. The white man is exerting his authority. Well, this is the kind of thing that he has to deal with, isn't it? It's very strange how history is repeating itself here. It's just they've decided to reconstitute the British Empire within Britain. I guess the authorities could, the powers that be, just couldn't stand losing the empire, could they? They were like, oh, because I mean, when you think about it, there's something genuinely to this. The British Empire never fell, right? It was slowly decolonized after sacrificing its life force to defeat the Nazis. And so the institutions survived the transition. All of the institutions we have are institutions that were created during the empire. Things like the BBC, the Home Office, all these they're all imperial institutions. And now they've decided, yeah, we can just have as many millions of foreigners as we want because we know how to govern them, don't we? And this is what the business end of that looks like. So the imperial governor, the enforcer, is now his club looking around, like keeping a sharp eye on everything. I'm going to start smacking some people in a minute because this is going to be justified, because I don't know what these people want. I don't know what they're thinking. Again, if these people were like him, he would have a much safer time. He'd be a lot more predictable as to how they were going to react. And one of the things that that is just a perennial truth about the police, which again were an institution created during the time of the Empire, the public were always on the side of the police. And so if a police officer decided that he had to take someone down for whatever reason, then he could rely upon the goodwill of the public, because members of the public would come and assist him. If for somehow he was on his own, in a position where he felt the need to use violence, members of the public would come and assist him because they believed in the police as an institution. They agreed that, yes, actually, the police are here to keep law and order, but that's just not what these people think. These people do not respect the police. These people see the police as a spectacle. Something, I mean, if the big white man can hold them all down, then great. But if they can't, we've got it on it's going to be captured in 4K. The fall of the authority of the British regime. And that's not good, is it? I mean, it wouldn't be so bad if this was somewhere in Africa or somewhere in Asia, somewhere in the Americas. It wouldn't be so bad. But no, this is happening in the heart of England because this is an area that has just been colonized. And so now, all the fascinated faces, while this guy has to struggle to uphold the order that he has been told he is supposed to uphold. So after this, there is some, I mean, this is a clip, right? So this has been stitched together. I don't know anything about the context of this, but man, just looking at the way these people are reacting to him taking action on behalf of the British state is fascinating. There is some kind of ruckus here. I don't know whether this is before or after what he's doing. Someone apparently gets hit. You can kind of see there's a guy here like walking away, holding his head. So someone's been clocked. I don't know who's done this. I don't know why this has happened. I don't know what this is over. There's no further information about this. But again, it's just the fascinating... I mean, just look at that. You're completely surrounded by people who are alien, who do not respect the badge, who do not respect the authority, and who may well just start piling in and getting involved. I mean, again, who knows what's happening here? Like, I think this is him. I think that's him with the police. I think there's police on the back. Very blurry, so it's hard to tell. But it's hard to see, right? And do these people respect his authority? Do they think our problems will be dealt with the law? So if the police officer is arresting me inappropriately, I'm going to sue them. Or are these people who do not respect the law and who do not respect the institution and do not understand why he thinks he's entitled to respect. They don't feel that the police are something from their community. The police are unwelcome invaders in their community. And it's just, again, just look at it. Like, this is, he is well aware that this could turn into a gang of savages pounding him on the floor, right? He is aware that this could turn into that. And I don't know that it didn't turn into this. Like, I have no idea what happened. You can see him look here. It's just, I mean, look at this guy here. Shaking, wagging his finger. No, 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 no. Who the fuck does he think he is? This is the point, isn't it? Right? There are two tribes at work here, and his tribe is in opposition to their tribe, and he is the only representative of his tribe. Not exactly a good portent of things to come, is it? And you bet that he sat there thinking, is diversity really our greatest strength? Does the diversity agree that they are our strength? Or do they think they might be their own strength? It's so crazy. So crazy. Oh, we've allowed things to end up like this. Just saying, and you know, I could be overemphasizing all this, but I don't know, man. Like, I don't think this looks good. I think that I think this is part of a symptom of a kind of social decay because of what we are bringing into the country and allowing to set up their own colonies in our country. Why are we allowing this? Look at him there, just giving him the bloody daggers. He's like this man is ready for action. You know, and I'll tell you what, you would be too, right? You would be absolutely ready because anything could kick off at this point, right? You do not know what is going to kick off here, and you've got to keep your wits about you. Just saying, glad it's not me, and I think that we really need to do something about the communities we are allowing to spring up here. This is all because of policy. This is all a choice. None of this happened through an act of God. This is all the choice of the British state. We're going to have a multicultural utopia, and isn't it working out just so brilliantly?